Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, welcome to the technical analysis of the Forex market from the ForexPeaceArmy.com. As usual, we'll talk about the euro currency and start also as usual from the daily time frame. Well, during the previous week, market almost whole week stands in the tight range, and particularly in the range of that bar that was the continuation of that plunge to the downside. And we could judge current situation as the market indecision, since there are a lot of questions about the perspective of the Greece bailout and the Greece turmoil, how it will exit from that problems that now are in stance in that country. Well, that's why, although the long-term perspective of the euro currency is moderately bearish, on the daily time frame we see such kind of consolidation in the range of that bar, and see that market is forming side by side intraday sessions, since all these days price action stands inside of that bar. Taking a look on that situation from the perspective of the classical analysis, we could say that this is the bearish pennant is forming, and in the theory this some kind of the continuation pattern on the market. You can see the daily trend is bearish currently. The target of this potential continuation to the downside will be the length of the mast of this pennant, this plunge down this mast pennant, and the continuation will be equal to the length of the mast, and this is around 134 area. From the another point of view, you can take that Fibonacci extension ratio A, B, C top, 618 target stands 134.85, 100% stands 132.42 areas right here. From the daily time frame, it's very hardly to understand, will market show some splash to the upside, some fake out of this pennant or not, or maybe it will continue move to the downside, as theory suggests of this pattern. Pay attention that weekly pivot point stands right here, 38.48 area. Well, let's shift to the intraday charts to understand, could market show some continuation to the upside and showing fake breakout of this pennant, some wash and rinse of this previous highs, or even deeper continuation to the upside, or market will show classical breakout to the downside and continuation to the downside further. Well, first let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we see that our yesterday's trading plan, Friday's trading plan, has been accomplished, since we said that probably market will hit 100% extension at least from that ABCD pattern before it will show some acceleration to the downside, because on the hourly time frame in that area has formed the bullish dynamic pressure on the hourly time frame that we have discussed. Well, and that has happened. Market has hit that target and then has shown really plunge to the downside. But does this move to the downside mean that market will accelerate to the downside further? Well, I don't think so, because currently market is forming some such kind of price action that's very typical for in general that price behavior. Although this is not the stop grabbers pattern, but still market stands very close to the 4-hour trend line. This is the MACD predictor indicator that shows the trend, and if market will form the stop grabber in that area, then probably this could lead us to taking out of that highs and reaching at least the target of the 1618 extension from that initial ABCD, A, B, C bottom. That area, that target has not been hit just for some pips. Well, as the ultimate target in the short-term perspective, market could even continue to this agreement there, 1618 extension from that ABCD pattern. Okay, that is an agreement with the 618 resistance from the whole move to the downside. It's around 140 area. But our major focus will be on price action with that line. As you can see, the break-even point of the trend for the next 4 hours will be 137.63. It's right here. Okay. Now take a look at the hourly time frame. We see this plunge on the 4-hour time frame right after the reaching of that target of the great ABCD. Now market what is forming. Look at this. Market has formed a stop grabber on the hourly time frame that suggests the reaching and taking out of at least that lows 137.56. But more probable is that market will accomplish this ABCD pattern that creates an agreement with the 618 support from this retracement around 137.44, 137.46, and that is below the break-even point on the 4-hour time frame. That is below 137.63. So, if market will accomplish this potentially bullish pattern, because this will be the small Gartley's triple to buy, and if it will return later above the 137.63, that's right here, okay, by accomplishing this pattern, that could lead to the creation of the stop grabber pattern on the 4-hour time frame during next 4 hours. And if it will happen, then we can count at least to the takeout of that highs and reaching at least 138.87 with the hitting of that target. What will be next is difficult to predict. This could be just the wash and rinse of that highs. Market just could hit it and then returns right back below the weekly pivot point and accelerate to the downside. And from that perspective, we could expect the taking out of that highs, breakout failure of this pennant, and acceleration to the downside, as theorists suggest, due to this bearish pattern. Okay, or it could be a continuation to the deeper retracement to the right, to that agreement around 140 area. This is a bit extended discussion, since we need to see how market will behave around that area. If it will move above the weekly pivot point, break this conference resistance, and hold above these highs, well, then probably we could expect the acceleration to the upside. If market just taking out these highs and grab the stops that have been placed around that area and then returns right back, then probably we could expect the deeper acceleration to the downside. But in the nearest hours right after the opening of the market on Monday, we should keep an eye on that price action and the behavior of the market around 137.40, 137.60 area, because this is a bit advanced analysis. Well, in general, I just want to repeat that appearing of the stop grabbers in such environment is very common. It's very well looking stop grabbers if they appears in such environment. Some plunge, then gradual attempts of the market to move higher, and appearance of stop grabbers in that area very often leads to the acceleration. Okay, that's very typical area of the appearing of the stop grabber. I could say even classical area of the appearing of stop grabber patterns. So keep an eye and be very careful to that environment on the hourly time frame, how market will behave after the reaching 137.44, 137.46 area. Will it move above the 137.63 or not? If it will happen and 4-hour chart will show the stop grabber, then probably you could try to enter long with the stops below this low 137.08 with the target at least 138.87 at least. Well, that's not bad trade, nice risk reward ratio. If you are bearish, then probably it's better to wait the resolving of the potential price action with that stop grabber and wait for the shifting of the 4-hour trend to the bearish side and close of the market below that low. Even if this will happen, then probably we could say that stop grabbers have been failed, and probably market will continue move to the downside. But again, be extra careful to the situation of the hourly time frame and its link with the 4-hour time frame that could lead to the significant move to the upside, and it's very nuanced situation here on the intraday charts. So I hope you will done well. Keep your risk reasonable and watch for the clear patterns. Get the sufficient confidence before the enter any trade. Since the situation is a bit tricky currently due to the Greece situation, don't marry any position. Take your profit fast due to some short-term Fibonacci extensions targets, as here for example, and don't marry any position.